Okay, Reggie, before we get into today's episode, is there anything you want to speak on or talk about before we get going?
Just once again wish the Bomb First community a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Also, just want to tell y'all still got a couple of days to get those Bomb shirt t-shirts, those Death Row East t-shirts, those Club 662 t-shirts, and those P-Funk t-shirts, sweat tops, hoodies, and all. And they even got them in polo style. John was supposed to mail me one. He probably hadn't did it yet, but y'all can even get one of those on Bomb First. And so y'all make sure y'all go to our website and support that because y'all probably can still get them right before Christmas, and that'd be a nice Christmas gift. Uh, Other than that, Sagittarius, end of y'all birthday seasons for all of those that have the birthday this time of the year. Happy birthday to you guys, and uh, happy birthday from Bomb First, Reggie and John. Other than that, let's just get going, John.
Okay. I wanted to know because I know we talked about him in some, previous tapings a couple months ago. But did you see Jamie Foxx's special that finally aired on Netflix?
Man, I did actually. Shout out to Jamie Foxx, man. He did a great job. I'm kind of he. I was telling a friend of mine. I said, man, that Netflix show really motivated. He said that shouldn't have took it to motivate you. He said you should have been motivated, and he was right. But it had me in some tears and stuff to see how every situation, family wise, health wise, as far as the rehab part, uh, I went through everything that he talked about, and of course, he's bounced back. He's back. I'm getting back. I ain't all the way there, but I'm doing a lot better than what I was. And like I tried to explain to everybody that had their jokes about me in my family, talking about, man, you need to get back on. You see, Jamie got back going and Sinbad getting back on. Well, they had strokes. I'm contracted. That means my shit just logged up. It just got clogged, but it's loosening up and stuff. And so I saw it. Man, I thought he did a great job. So for those of y'all that hadn't got a chance to check it out, go check it out. I saw that he threw some jabs that were funny at Diddy, but I guess he's pretty much saying now. I think I kind of caught him saying now he don't believe Diddy had anything to do with why he got messed up, and people would be like, "Whoa, wow, what was it? The reason that he would supposedly got messed up anyway by Jamie?" For those that y'all don't know, it was just really rumored because uh, he had made some comments and some jokes about Diddy right before that time, and Angie Martinez had did an interview with him where she told him she had the interview that she hadn't released that she would let him listen to privately, and so we all suspected that that was a reason why uh, Diddy might have did what he did to Jamie, but Jamie's denying it, and so hey, that's how the record's going to stand. But for the most part, I just want to say, man, y'all know I threw some jabs at Jamie about him and Tyron relationship and all of that. And after watching that show, it reminded me and seeing the list of movies that he played and stuff. Man, I'm back a Jamie Foxx fan. So I apologize to him for putting that stuff out in the universe about him and Tyron Turner. That, well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say it ain't true. It is true, but I'm just saying shouldn't have been speaking on it if I wasn't there myself, and I sure the fuck wasn't. Oh, other things that I got from him, man. Did y'all hear this weekend? He was out and about at Mr. Chow's restaurant. If y'all don't know what Mr. Chow's is, that's like the foo-fooest restaurant you can think of out here in Beverly Hills. That's where all the A-listers and athletes and entertainers and the rich people of Beverly Hills go. You usually got to be a who to who to get in there. If not, really have a reservation for a long time. And he got into an altercation in there this weekend. And here, bottles was thrown. When I hear bottles thrown, I usually think of bitch shit, right? That's some bitches fighting and fighting or a bitch trying to get at you or something like that. It's been really kind of quiet. They called it an incident because I catch police terms and all of that where they said they didn't call Jamie a victim. So it shows me the Jamie might have, it might have been some back and forth with him and someone. I'm thinking it's a female. Haven't got any inside information. Hadn't reached out to my people like I should have. But we're going to probably learn more about it this week. I know Jamie released a statement. He was very vague. Didn't really want to talk about it. But he said he's okay. He just got a few stitches. And it's going to be interesting to see what come out of there. I know some YouTubers is already saying there was some Diddy hecklers or something like that was inside Mr. Childs. Motherfuckers that go to Mr. Childs don't act like that. they don't give a fuck about no Diddy, no, they just care about getting their money and having their date and getting their boy or their girl that night, whichever one however they floats their boat, that goes to Mr. Child. So it wasn't no motherfuckers in there. There was no pro Diddy that was messing with him. It was probably somebody that dated Jamie, who I believe had dated in the past or messed with one of their girls or whatever, and that got into a scuffle inside of Mr. Child's restaurant. Cause y'all just don't know. That's like going. Y'all remember that scene in Beverly Hills Cop? A restaurant like that. That's how Mr. Childs is, and that's how those people act when they go to Mr. Childs' restaurant over there in Beverly Hills. So, yeah, I heard about that. The main thing was with Jamie is just that, hey, I just want to say, shout out to you, man. You did a great job on the episode, and yeah, you denied it. You said it. Diddy had nothing to do with it, so that's what it is. And so, yeah, that would be my take, John.
Reggie, I wanted to get your thoughts on this because I know you're a big Lakers fan. What is your take on LeBron's absence from the team for personal reasons right now?
Oh, well, they saying that LeBron is some people are saying that he's pouting like because he's not happy with the team, not making any major trades. I hope like hell. I'm not putting it out there because y'all know I done spoke on it a few times where I done said, I hope it ain't nothing where he's having to seek an attorney or he's trying to deal with this Diddy bullshit. I really don't believe LeBron swings that way because LeBron he's been successful since the age of 16. And so he didn't have to, be persuaded by Diddy to do anything, to get on because people have been jocking LeBron since of age 16. We do have those pictures with him in the pool with Beyonce assistants that time. I remember seeing stuff like that when he was in there with the girl helping her allegedly swim in the swimming pool and stuff. But other than that, he's pretty been clean with his relationship with his wife, who I think I like the way she carries herself. She carries herself like a wife supposed to carry themselves, especially in high school, sweetheart. So, yeah, I don't want to be like most people. Nobody's saying it in the league. They all pretty much just saying he needs some time off because of his age. LeBron was averaging a triple-double. So it wasn't that he got tired or wore out, and they losing right now. He's either spouting like a girl, mad, wanting to get traded and go play for the Warriors, which I highly doubt would ever happen because the Warriors would have to give up too much for him. And then they won't have a good team. It'll just be him and Steph, and we got him and AD, and that's not working. So I just want to say I'm just going to end it there because I did it to Jamie, and I put things on people and turned out that it's not actually true or whatever. I just hope that he ain't stressing over no Diddy bullshit and nothing come out in the next week or two about him is the reason why he took a leave of absence from the Lakers. I'm hoping he just trying to force the Lakers' hand to make some changes and to get some better players around him. It would be my take.
Okay, Reggie. The big thing that everybody seems to be talking about right now, and you've yet to talk about it, is JayZ's allegations in regards to him and Diddy being accused of assaulting a 13-year-old. I just wanted to get your thoughts and your reaction to the accusations against JayZ.
Yeah, I purposely tried to stay away from this for about a week and say this to see what comes out. Because y'all know I said it. You know, I said, I don't know why I like fucking JayZ. I heard Damon Dash. I remember I told y'all about a year or two ago about that song where I said I always hated JayZ because he did that song on the stage when he was a nobody for Biggie and dissed Tupac at the Apollo. And everybody was like, what? We ain't no evidence of that. Ain't well, y'all go over there to my boy Cam Capone's show. Y'all see that Damon Dash talked about it. And he, and he acknowledged that that did happen. So that was the only problems I ever had with JayZ. Is I know he was like trying to, insert himself into that Pac and Biggie thing, being, Biggie's writer. But, so I was trying to hold judgment on it because I really, really like Beyonce because my wife is Beyonce's biggest fan. I tell y'all, she loved her some B, and so, and then I was like, man, and then I even like Blue Ivy. I know Blue Ivy. It's kind of acting like Aaliyah. If y'all don't know, that's what she's trying to be. She looks up to Aaliyah like hell, and so. That's why she dresses the way she does and all that. And I really like Blue Ivy. And I hate when kids get affected by parents' bullshit or whatever. And then it comes back on the kids. And then Beyonce. And so I was trying to hold judgment on this. And I'm glad I did. Because that attorney, I told y'all that nigga's an ambulance chaser. He done fucked up. He done made it bad for all the other victims. By getting into this pissing war with JayZ and his attorneys. And now it's going to make all the victims that's possibly really telling the truth, it's going to make them look like they full of shit because this attorney is about to get exposed. Y'all know by the end of this week, this young lady, to take on this autistic young lady, which I know she's a sympathetic victim if she wouldn't have got on NBC and started talking, I don't know why that attorney let her do that. I hope she did that against his will. And then she get Carson all in the lies. Now, y'all know I know people mess up on dates and stuff like that. But when your daddy come out and say, I don't remember this. I would remember something like this if this happened to my 13-year-old daughter. If I drove her home on a 5-hour trip and we didn't talk or didn't say anything. Who lets their 13-year-old autistic child drive 5 hours to another state? Who's allowed that? She wasn't a runaway or something like that. So, this victim, y'all, and I hate to be bashing her because of this, because I hear she's about to take a polygraph test. So I want to really wait before I really talk about this subject until after the polygraph test, is performed on her. But y'all just got to look at this. Autistic young lady, 13 years of age, whose father said he doesn't remember this situation. And we have had JayZ in the bad light all week. I told y'all, I told y'all, don't throw dirt on JayZ until y'all see the NFL fire his ass or put him on suspension. Because those 32 billionaires, trust me, is going to get heads up. Well, 31 billionaires because it's a town that owns the Green Bay Packers, but I know that's too deep for y'all. But they going to get heads up and they going to disassociate themselves from them. Roger Goodell is still standing next to JayZ. Came out with a statement standing next to JayZ. Has anybody did that for Diddy yet? Anyone? So my whole point is, I know for some reason people hate JayZ. I don't know why we like to build people up and make them rich, and then once they get rich and famous, then we all want to wish for them to get knocked down, and then we hate them so much. But I love JayZ is like me now, how I would have took of become on the offense, come out talking, coming out swinging, and I'm glad he did that, and to show people, hey, if you're not guilty, then this is how you're supposed to act. You don't just go and settle something and make it go away. Now, we got to remember, we up here justifying and vouching for people and saying they would never do this stuff. Yeah, people that the way shit that I did 25 years ago, I wouldn't do today. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to remember that part too. That JayZ 25 years ago, and okay, let's say 30 years ago, he definitely wasn't one to be getting no pussy just on the strength. Y'all go look at that nigga. That nigga look like a camel, right? And so, and we know back then he was liking 16-year-old girls. Aaliyah and Foxy, right? So I kind of get, I just got to remember just because when we go on the bat for him, and I still am, I don't know why, I just got a feeling. But I don't know. I just, for some reason, believe that this victim, and that's bad, boy. I know it's autism, you retarded motherfuckers in the comment section. Not all of y'all, because most of y'all are good people. Smart, intelligent, and researchers. But y'all know some crazy motherfuckers in the comment sections. And now we got an autistic person that want to be in front of a lawsuit or be on social media doing interviews. Man, that's scary. That's scary. But my whole take on this JayZ whole situation is, for some reason, I just got a feeling, y'all, it's going to get dismissed because she done messed up. I just hope it don't mess up the real victims, because now you got to look at this particular attorney with a raised eyebrow. And y'all know how quick y'all are. You get caught in one lie, you're a liar about everything. You're a liar about everything, and I'm not one to believe that just because you made a mistake, did something like, quoted a wrong date or something like that, you're a liar. But this young lady has too many inconsistent statements, and the biggest one is her dad. Her dad saying, come on, he don't want to call his daughter a liar, but he said, I would have remembered something like that. I even know that there's people that come to award shows that be dressed up. I remember we used to be when we used to go to New York, there was a dude that one time I damn near was like, where's Snoop security at? Where's Snoop security at? It was a dude that walked out that looked just like Snoop. And he used to come to all the award shows and come walking out and acting just like Snoop. And so I know it'd be people at the award shows that be dressing up and acting like they're the individual celebrity. So that might have been who she saw and was talking to. And so I know you can make mistakes like that. But your daddy saying, He don't remember nothing like that ever happening. Yeah, they need to. Busby need to drop that particular victim real quick, alleged victim real quick, because I believe she's gonna be a suspect real soon. But she definitely needs to be dropped because it's gonna mess up the ones that really are victims. Would be my take, John.
All right, Reggie, we've been following this and discussing it since it started. Now that it's come out, I want to get your opinion and your thoughts. So Diddy's lawyers have now withdrawn their request for bail. I just wanted to get your reaction to that and what your thoughts are and what you think his mind state is, because he fought so adamantly to try to get bail numerous times, and now those lawyers have withdrawn. I just wanted to get your thoughts.
Yeah, the request for the bail denial is because either his money getting low or they making some negotiations. I know he got the laptop. I know the judge eventually gave him the laptop recently. Most of y'all probably haven't heard. He gets to be in the visiting room area between, I think, the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. or something like that, where he can have access to the laptop now to view things for his case and work with his attorneys. So that could be the trade-off that they do, because a lot of backdoor stuff be going on like that. But I don't think they're in a position, or they at the point right now where they're doing background or negotiations with each other, because I believe both sides really believe they have a strong enough case. So the reasoning for dropping that, I just think they just tired of exposing their case, and they just know that, or got some type of hint that it wasn't going on. I hope it ain't money issues yet, for his sake, because if that is the truth of why he tightened his build up and like saying, okay, we got to spend the money here, we got to spend the money there. He did let his son get sued this week. His son got sued by Bentley for his car for like $187,000 or whatever. And with interest and all of that, that's going to mess up his credit for the future and all of that. And so I don't know. I hope the money ain't getting tight this soon, is all I'm saying. But the bill, yeah, they pulled it in, or they revoked it, or they pulled out, because what was happening now, it was going to an appeal and to appeal court. And that's where they were trying to go to, but he pulled it out. He just said, hey, maybe Diddy don't feel like he's comfortable in there, and he's ready just to fight it from there. They want to put up that $15 million. Can't sell the house or the plane anyway. So he might say, fuck that. I ain't trying to get that cash. Even if I get granted. But I really think it was just a financial situation to say, okay, I need you attorneys working on this now instead of working on this. I'll be good here. Let me go ahead and stick it out here. Do this time, because talking to people in there, he probably done learn that it's hard to go in and then have to go back in. You rather just sit in there, fight it, get your deal, and start doing your time. Is what I believe he might be taking it as, but or he done got some word that, hey, it's not going down, you're not getting out, and reality just set in. But yeah, I did see that he revoked it, or he asked his attorney to set aside or to pull out, and then his attorneys know that very rarely happens. Very rarely happens that the appeal judges overturn, conditions like that. If they would even see the case within before probably May. That's probably was the issue. They probably told them, hey, we can file all these briefs and spend all this money, but you won't even get a date with the appellate court until 2026, 2027. And by then you even had your case done. So it could have been all those factors for the reason. Be interesting to see what comes out. But I just think it was just a strategic move to put the resources somewhere else and to save that money. And because all of this costs money, the attorneys are not doing this shit for pro bono. and that money is going to start draining when you're just saying $5 million invoices a month. 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. And you know you got to pay these for another at least year or two. Unnecessary money. And then you start, trying to be smart about your money. But my belief still on bail is we got to come up with a schedule, a bail schedule for the crimes. Not this, Reggie's bail for murder is this, John bail for murder is this, or this person's murder is for this. It should just be one set schedule. You do this, and I even believe your past records can come into, to effect to maybe, you've been to jail for 3 times for murder. Well, why do you think we still should keep giving you a bail, I do believe that and stuff like that should be able to take effect as well. But that would be my take. Glad he decided to stop doing that. Kind of mad that he did. Because now we can't be watching the court hearings and hearing all the heinous shit he's doing. But it's going to be coming out. And but there ain't no deals and nothing like that being done. I would love for it to be something where he's making a deal and, well, he ain't going to go and testify against Keefy D. But wish he could. Wish he would. Wish those 2 motherfuckers go ahead and tell the truth and lay that out so all you stupid motherfuckers will stop saying Reggie did it, this person did it, or that person did it. Be glad when that truth come out. Peace.
Reggie, I don't know if you saw this, but Will Smith was taped on like a phone camera or whatever from somebody in the crowd, and he addressed the Diddy stuff, saying that he has nothing to do with Diddy and that he never attended any of his parties. Did you see this, and did you have any thoughts about it?
No, let me see it. Can you play it?
I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own shit. Don't be putting me in other people's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil.
Oh, I did not see that. What the? Well, the one thing that makes me laugh when I hear that, did you hear what he said? He made a joke about the baby oil. He didn't say he didn't swing like that. he didn't say he didn't like that, or he didn't do that with no man or nothing like that, or no threesomes or shit like that that Diddy accused of. He said he don't like baby oil. I tell you, Will, boy, I like Will actually. I've been watching his shows because that's all that come on BET now. And y'all know I watch a lot of TV because I'm at home a lot, right? And man, every female actress that's hot right now, pretty much, that's been around since the 90s, went through Bel Air, the Fresh Prince was on that show. It's not too many females other than like Janet Jackson or something like that was hot in the 90s that wasn't on the Fresh Prince show. So shout out to Quincy Jones and Will Smith for, giving all of those people, Benny Medina, giving all those people opportunity. So a lot of actresses, that nigga, boy, he got a chance to be with a lot of them. I wish he would write a book and tell how many of those chicks he slept with back then, because they were all upcoming actresses at the time. So from the Nia Long to the Vivica, I mean, all of them played in this show. And it'll be interesting just to see who all he got with. Okay, well that's enough on Will and and my boy Jazzy. I wonder why he never put Jazzy in none of his major movies. I wonder how that relationship really is, but I still see he used him as his DJ. So shout out to him on that. I was pulling up some of his songs the other day, and I noticed most of the songs was always Jazzy, Jazzy Jeff, and Will. It was pretty much like they were Jazzy songs. So that pretty much showed me that the producer is the one that was, really made Will back in the day. Will, y'all, I mean, how many times we gotta tell y'all, who don't know now that Will and Jada, they were the first, but they didn't give parties. They used to just pull people. They knew how to just go in and keep their stuff discreet, where they would go to locations and one would pull one and the other would pull the other. That's how they got down. We done all heard the Dwayne Martin rumors and all of that. Who y'all heard those first before that assistant came out and told it? Y'all go listen to Arthur Gaylog channel. Well, he pulled them all down. They try to say he pulled them down. I saw an interview with this Gap Tooth motherfucker say, oh yeah, he pulled all Reggie videos because he didn't want to be associated with him anymore. Now, that ain't why you pulled them down. You know why you pulled them down. He know why he pulled them down. But, y'all can't play with a big boy. Y'all got to play with those little YouTubers. Don't be playing with us. But anyway, we go on to another subject. But, hey, Will and Jada, I wish he would have just denied and said he don't get down like that, but he couldn't. His heart wouldn't even let him say that. That's what I caught from that. But anybody in LA know, any of y'all been out there at Mr. Child's where Jamie and all them was hanging out or something? I'm sure that y'all done seen or heard or know somebody that done been hit on about Will and Jada. And so he can't deny that. But for him to speak like that and say that, and I don't believe he didn't like Diddy. I don't believe, because they didn't get down like that. That wasn't their get down. They were more on the, hey, you want to come and hang with us? You want to come have a good time with us? They wasn't out at the parties and stuff like that. So, yeah, I totally agree with Will. I believe he didn't do that. I believe he wasn't at any of Diddy parties. Peace.
Okay. A lot of people are waiting to hear your thoughts on this. So, Dre and Snoop's album Missionary dropped on Friday. I wanted to hear what your thoughts were about it, and if you're surprised that it did come out, because I know we talked about this a few months ago.
Well, what I actually said, it wasn't going to come out when they were saying it was going to come out, which was back in, after the Jimmy Kimmel show. I think they said like March or April and stuff like that. But I did say something about their entourages didn't get along, and the people that, each one of them work with didn't get along with each other. And so it'd be hard for them to do an album together. Okay. Was I fucking wrong? Is Corrupt on that motherfucking album? Is Warren G on that motherfucking album? Is Daz on that album? Oh, okay. My whole point was that era that we was used to on Doggy Style and all of that. Dre not gonna fuck with those people that did that. Look at the album. Look at the credits. No, y'all don't research it. Y'all ain't gonna do it. But do y'all even know one motherfucker from Death Row that wrote the DOC write anything for Dre on that album? The only person that y'all know, recognize that wrote something on that album was Eminem. He probably wrote a verse for Dre. But my whole point is, those niggas, their entourages is who I said, don't get along like that. The people that's around them. But y'all didn't find that strange. Guess how many verses? And maybe that's why we don't like the song, because we used to Snoop rap and stuff that Corrupt would have wrote, or DOC would have wrote for Dre, or not Warren, please. But people like that who was ghostwriting for them. Look at the credits, y'all. Snoop is only credited on that album for writing 3 verses on that whole particular album. Dre ain't on there as a producer for doing a lot of stuff. But he ain't write no lyrics. We know he don't write no lyrics. Could that be why we don't like the album? I know a lot of y'all say, well, they got an adult album. It was an adult. Hell, now they try to have young up-and-coming people who wrote stuff for them and do stuff. And they try to go to the younger crowd, is what I get. That song, Thank You, might do something for them. I like that song, Thank You, but I like samples. I like songs that are derived from samples. The videos, they did a commercial for the Still Gin or something like that. I think they call it, for the alcohol. Like that commercial, man. That was very creative what they did, bringing the AI, Sammy Davis Jr. and the AI Frank Sinatra, and that was creative. That's Dre all day, y'all. That fucking Thank You video, love that shit. I mean, they spent $1 million doing it, if not more. And I don't think they're gonna recoup it. But man, that show y'all, that's that Death Row, that production on the videos. But if y'all keeping it real, y'all really like that album? Y'all really like it? When I take this, don't know what the numbers will be. But y'all tune in next Monday, the 22nd, I think it'll be, or something like that. Y'all will see the numbers. And I know that I gave y'all already one time to put in y'all dates of what y'all think the number on the charts is going to be. I'll let y'all put it in again on this video. What's the number on the charts going to be? Won't be in the top 30. I guarantee y'all that. Won't be in the top 30. It's how bad I believe that album is and is going to be. And wish them the best. Well, maybe I'll come down to top 20. The single did go top 29. It did make it up to 29. So, yeah, I might go out and buy it just on the strength of them. Videos and the production on the videos is outstanding. But something missing, y'all. Something missing. Peace.
Okay, Reggie, on Cam Capone's channel, Dame Dash did an interview, and he said that at the 1996 MTV Awards that JayZ and himself went there looking for Tupac, and that they ran into Suge and tried to confront him, and that Suge basically just said, I don't know who you are. Like, I don't know who you are. Did you hear this, and do you have any thoughts? Because I know you were out there that weekend.
Oh, they were bumping into everybody. And back then, nobody knew who the hell Damon Dash and JayZ was. You knew the song with Foxy Brown that JayZ had. You had heard it. You didn't really know who they were. And then Foxy had, I think, Il Na Na or something like that. I think that was one of the songs. And then Ain't No Woman Like the One You Got. So you knew that, but him and Jay, and that's who I always give Jay credit for, for really blowing him up is Foxy, if you're keeping it real. But, so if they had a run-in or they had a talk or something like that, I'm pretty sure Suge just brushed them off because nobody really knew who they were. On a national level, I'm pretty sure guys from Brooklyn or wherever they from, knew who they were. But we didn't. We wouldn't have known who they were. So could have happened or whatever. They talk all that tough guy. I heard him say he had a razor blade on him. Well, I wish they would have pulled a razor blade out back then, because I would have been there. it wouldn't have been no, well, yeah, y'all know anything about Reggie, believe anything about it, I wasn't scared to put my shit out. Huh. Anybody that knows. But, so, they talking about they had razor blades and they was going to cut up niggas. Yeah. I'm glad we didn't have no issues if that was their intent. But hey, I like I said, JayZ and Damon Dash, wish them the best. JayZ is winning. He doing this thing if you consider having a decent, family and all of that money. And then Damon just, hopefully he'll get his back one day or find some peace, get his teeth fixed. And, so they won't be falling out and shit like that when he doing interviews when he get mad. But I wanted to fuck with Damon though, because I can't wait for him to expose that bitch ass nigga snitch joke. I love how he talks about him. How he saying that was a nigga they just used to hire and slap him around and treat like a little bitch and shit. And so I like that. And so I may even try to reach out to Cam Capone to see if he can get him on the show with us, just so he can tell me stories about that snitch ass, broke ass nigga and how they used to treat him. I bet you that nigga's gay. I seen him do a show where he was on a beach and on a cruise ship. Who goes on a cruise ship by them motherfucking selves and ain't got no bitch with them? That's a weirdo nigga. Weirdo shit. But anyway, but yeah, Damon over there telling their stories. Shout out to the brother. I hear he still owns a third of the record label. He was only had to liquidate a third of whatever he had to give up. And man, I just wish he get himself back right, get his money back right, and keep moving. We all from the 90s. Was doing things in the 90s. And like I tried to tell y'all earlier, ain't too many of us from the 90s that was balling that's still doing good. Very few of us. Very few. E40, Q. Yeah. I don't even think Master P doing it like y'all think. And so, but they all still got that talent where they can go out and make their money. And so, hope you go back and make his money. Never gonna root against a black man from getting their money. Might talk shit about you, but ain't gonna never hate on you. Peace.
Reggie, I wanted to get your reaction to this. So, the security guard that originally came out and said that Diddy assaulted him in a van did a little interview with CNN where he hid his face and disguised his voice. I just wanted to see if you had heard about this incident and if you have any feedback or thoughts about it.
Yeah, I hate that. I hope he was working for the location and not one of Diddy's bodyguards, huh? But man, I know he said he gave him. Why was he drinking on duty? That's what he gets, in my opinion. For anybody to be calling up security, working, getting paid, doing security or whatever, and drinking on the job, and he knew what he wanted to do. So that would be my take. I hope he's not trying to sue. I hope he just. I don't see how a grown man can come out and admit some shit like that. Who, if he was hired as security, he must have been a big guy. But to say that he got drugged to the point where another man took advantage of him and he realized it, and then you want to talk about it years later, 17 years later, and not did nothing for a man that did something like that to me, for me to suspect a man did something like that to me, that man wouldn't be walking around. He wouldn't have been walking around as free as he has that long. And so, I don't know, man. I told y'all, this money grab situation is real, but it's getting crazy. And yeah, I mean, for a man to come out on the networks, I mean, I'm saying CNN putting people on the networks, NBC putting people on the networks. Y'all know how that guy Corey Burgess, how he been on every YouTube channel, everywhere, just telling these stories. This shit's becoming a circus, man. And unfortunately, what's happening is it's making people, the real victims, it's fucking up their case. And I don't know if it's purposely been done to mess up, because they appear to be putting all the victims on TV and in the spotlight that has credibility issues. And, I know y'all say, well, why has he got credibility issues? He admitting to be a security guard. We know he's a big guy, and he's drinking on the job, and then he's going to say he wake up and realize what had happened to him. And then don't do nothing and hadn't did nothing to somebody or talked about this until just recently. The young lady with autism, to go and put her, even if it is true, they knew from talking to her that this lady had credibility issues. Their whole job was to expose her, to make her look bad, to get their daddy on the phone and have him give those conversations and to make those statements. They knew what the agenda was. And so, I'm just saying, you don't need number 2 or 3 good victims. And what's happening, y'all, is a lot of people is just coming out here making up false accusations, and it's going to mess up the case, really, in my opinion, for people that really were victimized and that deserve to be compensated for the bad things happening to them. And then the justice part, the criminal justice side. People is going to fall by the wayside. And so unfortunate, but it seemed to be some type of agenda going on to be pushed. I don't know who's doing it, if it's the power of the bees, as you always say, the Illuminati groups or whatever, but it's somebody major that's up there putting the people on the major networks. We ain't talking about on the YouTube channels and stuff like that. We're talking about on major networks. I watched an interview with this dude from the UK who I like, Sean Atwood channel. And fucking Jaguar Wright was the voice of the reasoning on that show to one of the victims, where she was telling her, you need to just, stop talking about this. You need to go away and leave this alone and leave this shit alone. You need to get off. You need to go get some help. When a lady that was set up and rubbed her dead child ashes and threw it at the barbershop and rubbed on her face is the voice of reason, they are really showing us all the victims are, y'all. And the people that coming out of the victims are not the type of people we saw at Diddy parties. All the pictures and all the stuff. None of these people appears to be the type of people that the A-list actors or actresses and all of that would want to be with. Something going on, y'all. Something going on. Y'all really look at these people that are talking and the ones that aren't talking that we really want to hear from. Like the girl from Love and Basketball, I'll just say that. People like that who we really want, Usher, Justin Bieber, and all of them. Those are the people we really want to hear about. Those are the people that we really feel are the victims. That girl with autism, man, JayZ or Diddy didn't want to have anything to do with her. They not that sick. They sick, but I don't believe they that sick, y'all. This bodyguard, bodyguard, Y'all got that. They ain't trying to be with him. That's just somebody that's trying to do a money ground. Corey Burgess. Y'all believe they let somebody like that in their circle? All right. Y'all been to more parties than I have, because I ain't never been to a Diddy party. So, but the camera, the shit that I see on camera, the pictures of the females that were there, they don't look like any of the victims that are coming out. That lady that said that she was eating off with all the fruit on her. She look horrible now. But she didn't even look that good when she was young. I'm keeping it real. Peace.